backing Astralis for how long now?
Yeah, I mean, we've come this far. I don't think I can change my mind. I still think they have what it takes, but honestly, I mean, you've seen the strength in Virtus.pro all the way through this tournament. Now we need to find a winner. So I hope you're ready for it, ladies and gentlemen, because here it comes. 10 seconds into the countdown. Make some noise, Atlanta. It's Virtus.pro versus Astralis, the grand final, third map here at the ELEAGUE Major.
And it's on this map, on Train, a perfect final stage for this confrontation between these two legendary teams. Virtus.pro with the pedigree, Astralis with the drive. Neither of them are going to back down. And well, it is going to be about Virtus.pro and that explosive style, because look at this, straight onto the B site, no time wasted whatsoever. And Device needs to find a headshot. He gets tagged down to 17. Bialy runs over Zipnix, and it's already working out for the Polish team.
The power play coming through. Pasha even getting a shot on Glaive. Kiebu got to be very careful. If he loses the duel, the round is pretty much done. They need the retake, and they need it right now. And Astralis just cowering in the corner. Virtus.pro have shocked and stunned them in this pistol round. And Snack's close line here. Kiebu almost down and out. They've got them locked in. This is just a brilliant and beautiful round coming out of Virtus.pro. Locking Astralis out, never getting them a chance to get back into the bomb site. These kills don't matter any longer. There's just no time left.
Backing off to save the gear at this point if you're Astralis. Dupree hasn't taken a single point of damage, although that might change. Pasha's hunting him, and he will get punished. Dupree hits the headshot, but again, none of these kills matter because that bomb is about to go boom in just a few seconds. Whether or not they can actually get a little bit more money here, that would be big. Kiebu with another kill onto Snacks. This will actually give them some options going into the next round here. Astralis, both players surviving.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I wish, because they both got kills, I wish they would have gone for the double scout. That could have been so much fun, but they're not doing that right now. This round from Virtus.pro it's just so high-powered, isn't it? Like, yeah. How do you stop that?
It doesn't get any more simple than that. That's right. It's just a straight YOLO rush onto the B site, and then more importantly, closing on connector, closing on CT as quickly as possible. They never stopped rushing until they had blocked off all the entrances to the bomb site, Virtus.pro, and that's the real linchpin. That's the real key to winning that round. Now they go into the second round here. They've bought up with the rifles and the SMGs, VP, and Astralis have gone for the force, but Bialy finds a headshot on Dupree to start.
A very good start. And now they're spread very thinly, Astralis. I'm not a big fan of this, really. I always think if you've got this much of a disadvantage in the weaponry, why not go for a risk? You know, even more. 3 and A, 2 and B just seems too casual for my taste.
It's the second pistol round that VP have picked up this entire finals. Talk about the good time to deliver. Out of 3 maps, it is so important, and for this very reason, VP, they get the strong economic start. This game is about headshots. It's definitely about flashy kills, but it's also about the money, being able to afford the rifles, the grenades, the kits, and the Kevlar. That's what it's all about for Astralis now. They're just going to be saving as much as possible for that 4th round when they'll be able to afford to buy again.
I'm glad you mentioned that stat about the pistol rounds, because that also leads into the talk about how good they are at winning after they lost the pistol round, because they've done that a couple of times too. And that's obvious. I mean, because if it was just that stat, you're right. If they just only won 2 pistol rounds, this could have been a very different grand finals. The fact that they keep coming back after losing the pistols, that's just very interesting. But this time, it's on tracks, so to speak, here on Train for the first time. We're going to be winning a second round. Kiebu looking to just save the deagle, maybe the armor as well. Good start for VP.
Yeah, maybe he can get into position over on inner sight in the next round, looking towards that upper ramp. Try and get to these positions where you can get that 1 dig headshot. That's how powerful this pistol is. Even if you invest in a helmet, you can still get picked off. But this is the perfect start here for Virtus.pro. They've got the wind in their sails. Astralis, and mainly Device. We're looking at the core players that were mentioned on the analyst desk, right? Device, Zipnix, Glaive. Device and Zipnix in particular played out of their minds in the last map. They're going to have to start waking up here, going into the 4th round, into the rifle round.
And that's what the desk was talking about. That was a big condition that needed to be met for the Danish side. Having Device shown up, I mean, he has played an unbelievable tournament. If he shows up in the third map, I'm curious what his overall stats are going to be like. I reckon they will be quite far ahead of almost nearly anybody else who's like a big major player, someone like Flush. I think he will even be outdoing that at this point in time. He's just out of control. But how mad is it that when he dips in performance, Sip is there to pick it up right afterwards, and it still sort of works out. There was a time when that would have never happened, and this team would have crumbled right then and there. Now, 3rd round in here, some grenades, some flashbang there, but not really too much happening for Astralis. Should be another good round for Virtus.pro here.
Yeah, it seems like VP's strategy right now is to go out into the open air bomb site where they have a lot of long angles to take advantage of the rifles versus the pistols. And so it's out onto A once again here for Virtus.pro and the anti-eco. And so we're really just going to be looking towards Astralis getting mopped up in this round. Fairly clean work. Basha not going to spot him. I think Glaive just got into Sniper for free, but Taz, long range, puts the Galil to use, picks up 2 kills.
Device might be able to catch Neo. I don't think this will even win them the round, but he's got the bomb here, so... Oh, no, he's going to be up in the container. Even if he got the kill on Neo, that's not going to cost VP the round. There's still a minute left and everything else, but always got to be careful when you throw the bomb back there. What I would like to see, I hope that's not going to be the last time we see Device pushing Ivy. Later on in the game, I hope he's going to keep doing it because it's such a powerful tool to have when you're on the CT side.
From Taz, 3 kills, padding the stats, getting those anti-eco kills, those feel-good kills, basically, because he's not risking anything running around here like this. Even throwing away his gun, just to make sure. Now they have a way out, Virtus.pro. That's the second thing that you're looking for. Once you're on that T side and you get that bomb planted, you need to figure out how to get out of the bomb site intact. So obviously, you don't want to blow up at the bomb. Not part of the plan here.
No, definitely not. Sif is on the bomb site, just checking to see if he can force anyone in back here. Maybe they will go up with him. He does a lot of damage to Bialy, but not enough that he will die with the bomb. So Kiebu surviving, the Eagle armor. It's not half bad. I mean, he's still going to have to buy more armor, I reckon, but headed in here to the 4th round. All on Device right away. This is where it gets interesting. Duncan said it. They're feared for their T side. They're so good on this map on the T side, so Astralis need to shut them down early, very early on here, and that's what they're looking to do. They're still keeping on to 2 of the UMPs and the Galil on Virtus.pro. Bit of a risk.
I'm curious, exactly. It is going to be 4 players outside very early on here. In case Virtus.pro were trying to go for a rush of any type, it's not going to happen. Instead, it's going to be Zipmix holding solo, Device supporting him, and it's going to be Action Pop Dog very early on. Glaive and Dupree pushed in here aggressively looking for a shot. Bialy might walk right into it. I think he was spotted. Looking for the wallbang, not going to get it. But just a little bit of additional pressure there on VP. Letting VP know that they're going to have to use grenades to clear out that position if they want to make a play for A later on.
Gone badly, but Bialy manages to stay alive. Obviously good news. Bomb all the way with brown holes here. Neo the one carrying it. They're clearing it out. They still got so much time, so no pressure at all really. It's these 5 Molotovs that are on VP that you really have to worry about on Astralis side here. Lose control of the B bomb site, those Molotovs, they just increase in value almost exponentially. Under a minute. No attempt from Astralis to get any information right now.
They're content to play that retake. Zipnix is one who's actually out of. He's in a bit of an awkward position, not holding close. Exactly, looking to try and use that train to basically make this a headshot angle. We've seen Flamey use this position quite a bit, and actually he's very good at it. It is going to be a bit of a peek over here towards B. Zipnix gives away his position, does a little bit of damage to Taz, but he's setting it up here for Device exactly with the sniper. Long range to find a pick, but it's not going to happen. You're right, it is a pick, and it is a fake.
Dupree ready and waiting. He takes out Pasha. That's a massive kill. Glaive will go down, and Dupree's next. The UMP's working out. What a brilliant fake from Virtus.pro. They sold that hook, line, and sinker. Astralis only having Dupree in that A bomb site. They needed much more. This retake, very nearly impossible here. They need to get a couple of kills right away within the next 10 or so seconds. Otherwise, they might as well just fall back and save what they have. It won't be worth it. They're creeping in, and Sip goes down, and that's going to be the retreat. There's no point in fighting any longer here. Device trying to get back. They're not even going to be able to escape Virtus.pro. Oh, and Bialy! A bit too much excitement. Only losing the UMP, but still, early celebration, Semler.
Throws himself to his death from Sniper from on high. A little bit of a chuckle there. You can see just the hint of a grin. They should definitely be happy right now, Virtus.pro. They win the first crucial round in this half. They have a 4-0 lead now on T side, and Astralis are just thinking, please, not again. Let's not have nuke happen all over again, where Virtus.pro get all the rounds they needed within the first, half of the first half. And then it's Astralis who are going to be behind in the match for the rest of it.
Has been very aggressive here with the M4. Not worried at all that he's going to run into anything. They're just taking the fight long range as well. And shutting down all of Astralis without really almost taking any damage here. So very good job. Grenade once. Sip going to try and see if he can throw one back. Won't really have a big impact here. And one bullet, he's going to be down and out. So obviously 5-0 here for Virtus.pro. Such a strong start yet again. And we saw what happened on Nuke when they were in this situation, Astralis. You know, they tried to make, it's a nice headshot, but not enough. They tried on Nuke to come back in the second half, but Virtus.pro got 5 big rounds in a row early on. That's pretty much what's happening here.
And it's even more dominant right now for VP. There we go. The Astralis timeout getting called immediately here going into this next round. But VP on Nuke, they were able to establish a very strong economy, and it's the same thing here for Virtus.pro. You've got 3 players with over 10,000 in the bank, which means that VP, they have a huge margin for error at this point. They get the bonus so long as they're getting those bomb plants down, but it's not going to be for a very long time before they have to actually eco. So Astralis have no easy rounds here versus Pistols. It's going to be uphill the entire way.
Timeout is cancelled. The round is resumed here. 15 seconds they got. There's not that much time to talk. You can only go over a couple of things. Get the input from your coach. Maybe try and tell you, what are the patterns? What are we falling into? Why is it not working? And what can we do differently? And then you're back in the game right away.
Especially because they've already played this map 3 times in the groups, Astralis. They have had time to adjust, to make some details. Well, basically bring the details to the front, adjust them, and go on from there. They got 2 out of 3 wins on train, so they know what they're doing here, Astralis. The only problem is that also gives a lot of information over to VP.
Oh, Kiebu, look at the flash coming in from Dupree. He almost had to get that kill, Dupree. If they got the refrag, that would have been worth it. But Kiebu, they weren't flashed enough that you get the kill, and that's a big problem. An attempt, you see the switch up from Astralis. Virtus.pro was ready for it. Now the grenades are going to start coming into the A-bomb side. They don't have to commit just yet. So much time, and with the bomb falling back, they just want to wait. They know Astralis are nervous. They know they've got them on edge. If they can pressure them by just throwing a couple of grenades to make a mistake, that's huge.
Such a sick call from Glaive, though. I really do like this style where he gets 4 players. He starts to cheat a couple of players extra over towards that A site. Really banking on Virtus.pro going towards the pointy letter, but it's just not the case. VP, with so much time on the clock after that initial engagement, they have all the time in the world to work the rest of the map, get map control, over towards Brown Halls, start to make Astralis doubt in their setup. And now Astralis are so spread out. This is perfect from VP. They're doing an excellent job of just spreading the defense.
Oh, you can really tell from the minimap right now that the Danes have no idea what's coming their way at all. 35 seconds, we can tell because the bomb is making its way all the way back there. Taz going to be walking into main. Bialy goes down to free with an important kill. Forward position, he has to get a bit more because otherwise this bomb site is going to fall very swiftly. They need to back up now. He spots out Taz. That's a big indication. 20 seconds left. Here comes the Virtus.pro push. Snacks gets the refrag on Dupree. That's a big start. Now Device is in the back line with the AWP, but he's going to get smoked off. He can't get the shot. 13 seconds. They're planting the bomb right around, but is there anyone there to stop it? It doesn't seem like it. Virtus.pro get the bomb plant with just 10 seconds left, and now the retake is on.
And Device missing shot after shot. This is painful to watch, especially because Taz is so close he could hear the scoping, and that sets it up perfectly. VP not going to make any mistakes. They aren't peeking him until they got him looking the wrong way. Zipnik's not going to make it happen in the end. Taz stands strong on the site. 2 kills for him at the end of it on top of the bomb plant, and another crucial round picked up here for Virtus.pro at the beginning of the half. A 6-0 lead now for them. Whereas Astralis, they're still struggling to figure out what is going on here.
An almost surgical round coming out of the Polish side. Just so calm. Even when they get spotted in main at 24 seconds, you think that would actually be the panic moment for Virtus.pro. Now they're rotating in. It's a 4-on-4. It could go horribly wrong. They just keep their cool. 4 HE grenades being picked up by Astralis. Are they going to go into main? There's one. There's a second one. And Taz is still alive. Somehow.
Oh, if somebody didn't fluff the third one, it would have worked. Instead, Neo's going to get a freebie. Device with the Deeks is going to drop Bialy. That's a good start. At least inflicting some damage to Virtus.pro, who, after buying, have got 3 players on $14,000. So you need to start killing here, Astralis. You need to start getting them to spend that money. 1 kill on Device, 1 on Zipnik's. Glaive, don't give us the repeat secret agent.
Oh, it's just absolutely horrendous right now. 3-on-3. 7th round is coming in. There's a little Molotov, an AK, and an HE grenade there on Glaive. And 3-on-3, this is actually a bit weird for Virtus.pro. Taking more losses already than they really should. Running the clock down slowly here. And the setup, I quite like this setup for Astralis. Again, they are slightly cheating over towards the A-bomb site, but it might be a good call.
There's just so many angles for Virtus.pro to worry about. 40 seconds. The clock, it's starting to show its weight. Exactly, Zipnik goes for the shoulder peek, and he steps out too far.
That's a big kill. 34
big
seconds.
mistakes.
Now Glaive going to be into the angle. Device goes down. Can he get the grenade in? Taz going to be careful he doesn't run too close. The Molotov follow-up, but the bomb gets planted. Even with the Molotov kill, it's not quite good enough. They're looking help for Glaive. It's almost impossible, and Taz going to take him down. Virtus.pro, 7 rounds in a row. They are getting so close. What can the Danes do? If they had won that round, I'm sure it would have sparked a lot of confidence on their side, but look at the money they've got.
It's terrific, exactly. When you're getting into double digits bank, you're the high roller. And Kerrigan, he's going to be very fascinated by this game, considering he's the old in-game leader for Astralis before Glaive rotated in.
Yeah, look at that. A viewership record. That's what Kerrigan is saying. It's very likely. This has been an incredible game already, but we're here to find out which is the better team. And you have to be honest, right now, it's looking like Virtus.pro. Been a while since they won that major back in Katowice in 2014. Stuck with all the same people, and it's been paying off. 8th round here, finally some weapons on Astralis. We'll see if they can make it work. Virtus.pro, they're so slow. They have really figured out this T side to a whole new level.
Just ratcheting it up, that pressure on Astralis at this point. The longer these rounds go, the more Astralis are going to start to sweat, and the bigger chance for VP to take advantage of a mistake made by the defense. But VP now, they've got all of the map. They get to decide where they want to go. This is Neo's playbook. He's going to be flipping through the pages here, just trying to figure it out. Where do we want to take this fight? And there's the opening kill, and Kirby wins the duel. Thought he was dead, 100%. Instead, he survives with 6 HP. Bialy is getting toasty. Barely makes it out.
Oh, that's very dangerous. That's a shame, because even the 4v5, Virtus.pro could still do a pretty good job, but now Bialy's so low, you have to wonder if they waste too much time as well here. 33 seconds, the grenade not going anywhere for Taz there. 4 versus 5 with the bomb coming back out into main, but there is a critical stack already in place in 25 seconds. If the bomb goes down, that might just be the end of it. Neo going to be dropped. Kirby does finally go down, but Glaive doing great work with a double kill. 19 seconds. Snacks has the bomb, and he's finally going to try and see if he can put it down. Sip trying to get into position. Taz is dropped, and now it's all on Snacks. He gets one. Still alive, looking for the 1-on-2 here. They've got him out in the open. He's trying to tap away. Snacks, can he do it? No, not this time. Sip will be able to take him down. They gave him the space for it. You thought it was possible, but Astralis going to pick up their first round here.
Snacks, it's just unbelievable watching him play, how he kept turning those into 1v1 fights. Just the way that he plays the angle. He knows the map like the back of his hand. He knows how to close off angles, so he's not facing 2 opponents, which is what Astralis were trying to do there at the end. He's just constantly looking for these 1v1 duels. And that's how you win that sort of situation, that sort of 1vx. You're looking for the death match. But Astralis on the board. They finally break VP's streak. And what do VP do? Immediately call for the tactical timeout. Let's go. Slow things down again.
And that worked for them before. I mean, it's such a good idea, and you could be right. You know, the adrenaline, that 1v2, just trying to calm everyone down. If they win this next round, it's almost impossible to imagine that Astralis can have any impact in this first half at least. It's just going to be so difficult. Their money pretty much all but gone. $1,800 on Glaive, $1,500 on Kirby here, but this is going to be nearly the full reset. And they must know it on the Danish side as well. Almost the whole grand final comes down to just trying to win this round.
A couple of rounds. A lot of it can be filler, but these sorts of rounds right here, where your economy is hanging in the balance, this is the one round where VP can completely take off, or Astralis can finally start imposing themselves here. Very early into Brown Halls this time around, however, from VP, they've changed it up. We haven't seen this kind of approach since the pistol round almost. They're taking it over, and we might actually see them go for the full B execute here. We saw the YOLO rush in the pistol. They've gone A every single time since. Now, are we going to see VP actually show us an execute here?
Oh god, it's going to be fast. It's 4 people on up. Sip, what is he possibly going to do? They're coming out of the smoke. He's flashed. He goes down. Taz barely touches the ground. Kirby with the refract. Still a one-on-one trade here, but we'll see if the bomb is going to be going down. Kirby gets dropped. Snacks with the grenade. Oh my god, it looked like maybe even the grenade almost took the shot there, but Bialy, he's dropped by Glaive, and Taz with the refract. Still a 2-on-3 here. Retake, if they need it, they must have it. Device going to miss the kill. He picks up the M4 instead. And the retake is on. Dupree with a headshot onto Taz. 2-on-2. But the bomb ticking on that side.
It's all about positioning Exactly, Pasha on the high ground, Device hoping to get lucky with the spray through the smoke, and Pasha shows nothing. He gets the pick, his patience pays off, and now it's all on Device. 1v2, and he's not having any of it. He's backing off, he's giving up. Astralis, they're tapping out. VP, they just might break them right here. Pasha minute, duck hunting, not gonna get the shot though, Device. Instead, he gets the party shot on Snacks. Okay, that'll do. But what's not going to be good here is that Astralis are back with the pistols.
Wow.
This is the same sort of pattern. It's really interesting. This is the same sort of pattern that we've seen from Virtus.pro. In the second map of an overpass, they had a same style. They would keep hitting a site repeatedly until, oh, they figured it out. They won the defense. Great. Now go to B and see if we can test those guys. For it to be cut this close.
As long as Kierby is alive on that sidewall, it's hard for them to get the bomb down. But that grenade from Snacks was absolutely epic. Now the 10th round is in, and you're right. Well, actually, they forced up here. Dupree, very nearly getting the fight against Banyali, but Neo gonna put up a smoke and try and see if he can force Device back into the site here. Astralis, they've put almost the entire first half on this force buy. They saved the AWP, obviously, but what can they do?
Very nice smoke. Walking off, neatly cutting everything in half. That's the connector that Snacks just walked off with that smoke. And VP, again, same sort of methodology coming through here from VP. Now it's time to just repeatedly hit B site. But Astralis, look at this read that they've done. 3 players already. This is the gamble that they used earlier where they had stacked everybody over on A. This time, it's going to be here on B the site. Astralis can the defense hold. Kierby starts it off.
Good kill, followed up by Sip, turning around with the UMP. Taz actually jumping into the arc there just to make sure he could cancel the arc to jump. And that really tricks Sip, but Kierby there dropping the bomb. 45 seconds, Blade coming in from behind, quick up the ladder, he gets the kill, and now it's all on Taz. 1 versus 3, they took the gamble, it paid off, and Astralis winning a second round. Starting to dig into the bank of Virtus.pro.
Finally. And they had a bomb plant in the last round. This round, however, no bomb plant, so a little bit of an economic hit there for VP, but still plenty in the bank to go for a full buy. And still, they still have almost a full bank to fall back on higher VP. Astralis, however, it is going to be the full buy for them. And the chance.
They have them up against the ropes right now. Astralis, they're out of breath. They're really fighting to stay in this grand finals right here. Virtus.pro, they know it. They know that any mistake that they are given right now, any round they win, could just completely close them out. So close here for the Danish side. Some tabs coming through. We've got to be careful. There's a booster on the other side. And Asher looking over. Device there as well.
There it is, and it pays off. Device is going to be furious. That is agony if you're Device. What a clever boost to look right over the smoke. And VP, they're always coming up with stuff like this. Every time there's a common smoke, it's like, okay, how can we look around it? How can we figure out how to catch somebody off guard on the other side? So sick that it works for Pasha.
Throwing grenade.
A very good start. And again, that's one of the star players for Astralis, Device, and he's got 2 kills here into the 11th round. And he was not doing well on the last map, and he's had a very hard time coming alive, and Virtus.pro, they're just shutting him down. Smokes are going to be landing in here, 44 seconds. Sip, is he going to commit to the over-rotation? Because the bomb is going back. They actually have a pretty good setup here in Pop Dog. Great shot from Glaive, dropping a headshot on Taz. While he's mid-air, Dupree going to go for the fight, takes down Bialy. Why are there no Molotovs in Pop Dog? They could both be dead right now. But instead, Virtus.pro is trying to run onto the bomb site here. 24 seconds, and somehow Astralis are trying to turn this around. Dupree will be going down, but they should realize Glaive is still back here. Kierby, the nice look, wants the Pasha, gets the kill, gets the follow-up, taking down Neo. Now it's all on Snacks in a 1-on-3. Goes for the spray on 1, but he's going to get close-lined by Kierby, who gets a triple kill. And Astralis losing 7 rounds in a row. And now they're finally back here with a scoreline that says 8-3.
And count on the young star, Kierby, to make it happen here for his team. And he was just there to save it as well. If Snacks gets that kill on Zipnik scot-free, it can get real nasty because he knows where Glaive is playing from, Snacks. But there we go again. Used to call him Little Device back in Denmark in the LAN scene there because he was just so good at a young age, the same way that Device was. And now he's here playing with that team, the best in Denmark. Tactical timeout has been called here by Virtus.pro, their second one used so far.
A good time for it, I think. There's still so much in the lead. 8 rounds is more than enough on the T side to have a comfortable, a really good shot at winning the whole thing here. So it's all on Astralis again to try and make sure they can keep doing this. AWP on Pasha. There's one on device. At least they have the money to keep buying that for him.
Exactly, that he's going to keep getting that dropped. I mean, he needs to start actually hitting some shots, and the one way to do it, keep getting that up. You've been working with it so far. It has been working out, just not on this map. And so device, that's all timing, internal timing, hoping to catch somebody peeking. Instead, they've slowed down the pace here, Virtus.pro. They're being a bit more methodical with this. Even committing the incendiary, trying to force somebody out in case they were hiding behind the wall.
Pasha putting out that long smoke, making sure that he can get a chance to catch anyone who might have been close. He actually gets tagged fairly low. I think that was a shot and the grenade both hitting on him, so not just the grenade damage there. It's all getting very tense right now for Astralis. I mean, winning that second map wasn't easy. Did they use all the energy on that one? Do they have what it takes to bring it all the way home? It's looking tough at the moment.
Unless VP stomp him out soon, they will have time to get that second win, I think. And look at Snacks now. The mastermind. Out of position. He's going to take the duel with Glaive. He gets spotted down to 40. So there should be no way out. And sure enough, Kirby's there to trade. But BO3 takes down Glaive in the meantime. 2-3. Stay patient because now your game is up. BO3 with the headshot.
Oh my god, what an angle. Dupree, he had the better chance. Now Taz is there instead. This retake's going to be very nearly impossible. With Taz over the high ground, with the Molotov still on Viali. Astralis, they can try, but this is not going to be easy. Device will get a kill on Pasha. They're getting the spray on through. Neo got a back turn, and Device is creeping in, gets the flick on Neo and takes him down, and suddenly they're in a 2-on-3. Taz still up there, and they're looking for him to try and see if they can close him out. As he peeks, he's going to get taken up by Kievu, and now it's just Viali in the corner. They're going to get the full retake. Nobody even goes down. Astralis revitalized here in the 12th round. That is so difficult.
And Taz is literally just turning his head, looking at his teammates like, is this reality? Pinch me. How did we lose that situation? Everything was there for VP to get the lockdown and to shatter Astralis, and instead, Device the hero. Talk about him coming alive. The big kills to make that retake possible.
What a spray from Viali. You thought that was also going to make the difference. That was the thing that would eventually end the round for them. Now, finally, after 3 wins in a row here, Astralis have managed to get deep enough into VP's economy that they don't have rifles, but they have still bought some pistols. You know, Mac 10 there on Taz. 13th round coming up. We're nearing the end of the first half here at the final map of this grand finals. We're getting very, very close, and Astralis finally come alive.
Yeah, they're starting to show some fight. This is fantastic. There's 3 rounds left in this half, and if they can get up to 8-7, Thorin himself wasn't joking. Their T side on train is scary. So if Astralis, they pick up that pistol round, anything is possible, but we still have the 3 that we have to work our way through, and it looks like Virtus.pro are going for some of that explosive style here. They want to just go cascading out onto the B side. Taz is going to lead the way with that Mac 10. Zipnix will obliterate him, and he holds the line, stays alive. This is so important. The longer Zipnix is here, the more difficult things get for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, don't challenge it. Just keep this one going. They've got a 5-on-3. Viali goes down. Snacks is next, and they didn't have that many weapons, Virtus.pro, so it's hard to imagine they would have been able to do this. Neo is going to be going down as well. No one dies from Astralis. Team Ace as well. They make sure and pick up a kill each in that round. I feel like right now every kill that Device gets is just so critical in terms of getting him back in the game. He needs to mentally start to wake up here. 5-8. Not out of it yet.
Now what's going through Neo's head when they finally figure out that Astralis, wait, we're playing against somebody on this server. They're actually starting to fight back here. What do we do? Surprised that we actually don't see a timeout going into this round here for Virtus.pro to allow Cuban to actually talk to the players. That's one thing, the difference coming into this major is that the coaches are no longer allowed to talk with the players at any time. It has to be during a tactical timeout. There's the shot.
Pasha's been winning that fight down at Ivy, but this time it's taken out now. They're going to try and continue to push it or not. Now, here's the thing they don't know. It's the fact that Neo still has another AWP. It was a double up buy here from Virtus.pro. That may sound strange. If you've only been watching this one game here, you may think, well, why is Neo having an ult, but he can use that too? There's pretty much nothing in this game that Neo cannot do. And it's going to be a nice timing. I mean, perfect from Kiebu. Frustrating for Viali there.
You can't hit. You can't hold. Oh, that's emoji right there. That's a throwback. Get the tag. But you can't hear the pin being pulled anymore. It's just Kirby, once he sees that nade go by, perfect timing, steps out into the open, gets the free kill, a two-man advantage now for Astralis and Snacks, getting tagged down to 14 HP without even seeing anybody. That's painful. The frustration is going to start telling here on VP's side, although Neo's willing to he's always going to fight back. Device hits the shot first, but it's a leg shot, so it's not one shot, one kill. Instead, Neo's going to pick that one up, and Zipnik's still alive on the site.
He's creeping in. Any bullets on him and he's pretty much out, and he doesn't see Sip there. A great attempt from Neo, but it wasn't enough now. 4 versus 2. They're trying to see if they can get back out here and at least get the bomb plant in. That's a really important VP. They need the money. They need the bonus. In a 2-on-3, it can be done. They are getting the right grenades into C connector and even down towards Ivy here. This is just great user grenades coming out of VP. Sneaking on, Taz Snacks will go over the bomb plant. Grenades are in, and they're gonna catch Snacks. Huge grenade coming in from Sipix. Now that leaves Taz alone. 1-on-3, they're all around him. Can he creep up behind Kirby? Oh god. They've managed to actually circumvent each other. This is slightly mad. He's got the angle on anyone trying to go for the defuse, but once they know where he is, things are gonna get tough.
Now, this is what's so difficult for Taz right now. Even if he picks up 1 kill, he's still in a 1v2. There's still that crossfire possible. They're trying to bait him out now at this point, and he's going to be able to spot Zipnix for free, but that gives it away. Those tracers, you can see Dupree trying to close in, but Taz will hit the headshot. Into the 1v1 we go in so little time. Kirby's taking the defuse, and he's going to hit the shot, but he has no time. No way, is he going to get it in the nick of time? He does! Unreal! Kirby!
It absolutely looked like there was no time at all on that bomb. Taz very nearly with what would have been a soul-crushing 1 versus 3. He very nearly does it. 8-6, 15th round is coming up. Kirby looking still pretty wound up from that 1 round.
Deep breath, deep breath. Because this is nuts. This is the 15th round, the last round of the first half, and it looked over. It looked like VP had everything going their way, but Astralis showed that they're never going to give up until Snacks gets the first pick. You see players go for that angle so many times, and it never seems to work. Of course it's going to happen in the grand finals, in a key round.
Dupree getting a chance there, but now Glaive is down, and now 2-0 trade. Taz finally going to get dropped with the bomb as well. Up on the train, a bit unfortunate, but they've got the time. Device! Passionate looking both ways. Sip is going to be going down. 2 versus 3, and Dupree fighting for his life out here. He's completely encircled by the VP team, and Snacks will finally put him out of his misery now. All on Device, can he clutch it? He's been so absent from the last 2 maps, and he's just going to get clotheslined. Neo will drop him. That's 9-6 in the first half, favoring Virtus.pro. Amazing first half here for the Polish side. A repeat of what we saw on Nuke. This is going to, I don't even know what Astralis can do here.
All first halves have finished 9-6, by the way, in this grand finals. Well, guys, it's time to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the last half on the last map of this grand finals. We'll be right back.
Let's copy. Roger. Roger that. Affirmative. That's a copy. Roger. Negative. Affirmative.
Welcome back to the Fox Theater, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it all comes down to. The last half of the last map here at the Grand Finals. Make some noise, Atlanta. This is going to be a wild finish to this game. We've got 9-6 in favor of Virtus.pro. They have played out of their minds in the first half on the T side. Now they're on the more favored side. It feels like it's meant to be, Semler.
Exactly. It's almost feeling like we're just we're repeating things here because it was the same exact situation on Nuke. Astralis, they battled their hearts out on the first map of this best of 3, but they weren't able to make the comeback. It was Virtus.pro starting strong and picking up the first map with this very scoreline. So you see Taz and Kirby going head-to-head right now, tied in kills. But that's enough. Let's get into the second half. Everything rides on this round, I think, for Astralis, Sanders. They need the strong start.
I have to agree. There's just no other way. It's time to wake up. They did a good job at least coming into the later part of that first half, but they have to continue where they ended. Snack's going to be pushing up quite aggressive by E-Box, but it's down at Ivy that the main push is going to be coming through. We'll see if they can make the break in. Neo already realizing he's hearing them stomping and calling in for backup. The full rotation is coming vertical. They're well aware of what's going on here. And Sip, Neo with 2 big headshots. The Passion trying to follow it up. It's going to be Taz to get the pre. It's falling apart for Astralis here. Neo shutting down that push at Ivy. And now it's all on Device. 1-on-4 and he gets trucked. Pasha long range and Virtus.pro not taking any hostages in that round.
And this, if all maps, is the first map that Virtus.pro win both pistol rounds here in the finals. Astralis won both on Nuke. They split the pistols on Overpass, and now on Trade VP, they're primed and ready. Double digits already for them, 10-6. And now we get into it because Astralis, of course, no bomb plant. They're going for the force buy. They have to get something going here. Glaive with the P250 and the nade. Zip makes a smoke of his own. And let's see, can they actually make the aggression work? Because they definitely want to take the fight to VP close quarters here with those Tech 9s.
A bit of a failed grenade, but we'll see if it's going to really make a difference here. I would have only touched Device anyway. Decades of experience on this team. If you combine all of it, you know, it's absolutely amazing. They just need 6 more rounds, and it will be their second major championship win after a 3-year cooldown. Device jumping around in the back, trying to see if he could look over that train and spot anyone out. Any information at all they can get about what the setup looks like will really help them out.
It has been a very long time coming, hasn't it? But the same could be said for Astralis, their first finals.
Yeah, they have never made it this far, and the fact that it's gone to a third map, I mean, it could have been VP2 as well. That was definitely in the cards as well. Snacks playing right at the angle. They're all around the corner, but the UMP, this is very hard to get more than just one kill. He's going to get the spray, goes again, but dupreeh will be able to take him out. About the best that I think he could do there.
Yeah, too hard to track those jumping targets. Good spacing as well from Astralis. This time around, Carey's going to find the headshot on Neo. He's not going to get anything out of it. BO3, though, will drop the bomb carrier. That's dupreeh out of the fight. Pasha up close, gets the spray on Carey. And just like that, Virtus.pro, they regain control. Glaive is doing some damage, but they're picking up all the kills in the end. BO3 restores order, and it's 11 rounds on the board for Virtus.pro. But the real reason why we're so hyped about Astralis finally making the finals is because it was almost the meme with Astralis. They would make the semis, and then they would fail. They would not make it past the semis. They were like the gatekeepers to the finals for whoever their opponents were. Now, they finally broke the curse. They're finally here in the finals. And, well, it's not going well for them on the third map, Anders.
No, it isn't. I mean, but you could say they showed everything that they had in the finals here. I mean, they got to this stage, but right now VP are just looking like the better team, and they're playing so smart Counter-Strike. It's not just down to the frags and everything. They look incredibly composed. I'm almost seeing no signs of panic. There are no people just running around and sort of taking fights that they shouldn't be. This is epic Counter-Strike that's coming out of the Polish side.
This is textbook stuff. You can count on the individuals just like in the positioning. Pasha, with the USP even, he knows this is a hard eco for Astralis. He knows they're only going to have Glocks and P250s, if that. So now, well, Astralis trying to be patient about this, and they're actually even using this time to just cool off a little bit. Calm down, take a breather, because it's all about the 19th round, the round to follow.
They don't have any grenades, so, I mean, with Taz being this far back, there's a chance they can sneak in a bomb plant, and that wouldn't be bad at all. Give them something to work with. Every little bit matters at this point. They're going to try and jump down. The grenade raining in. Doesn't quite catch. Sit. Device goes down, and there's the cancellation. Taz with an epic spray down. Gets the quad kill. Puts them at 12-6. No bomb plant. No kills. No nothing given to Astralis here. It's just Virtus.pro continuing 4 more rounds, Semler, and they've got it.
4 more rounds, and they'll be hoisting that trophy. Taz, though, this is sick. It's disgusting at the same time. It is a P90, right? But it's sick. Still, Astralis, the heartbreaking thing here is that Device, again, has no money for the op. He instantly bought AK, Flash, and Smoke. So no sniper rifle here for Astralis, whereas Pasha Biceps, who's been hitting shots all day long with the op, he's already getting ready to go to work, and Taz holding close. The flash is effective, and I don't think, did Zipnik spot him, or is that just some random spray? I don't think they have any idea that Taz is holding close like this, and Taz, he's looking to take advantage of it. He's going to pounce, he gets the headshot on Zipnik, hunts him down.
And Glaive gets dropped as well, and that was Pasha picking up the kill. Absolutely unbelievable, because otherwise it was a chance that Glaive could have come in from the high ground there to take down Taz as he was running away. 2-for-0 trade in the biggest round of the second half so far for Astralis. They had the rifles, and they haven't made any use of it just yet. There's an attempt for the clicks coming in. dupreeh dropping Neo. That only brings them a step further. He needs to do much more work here. Snacks coming in. Oh! He gets killed immediately by Kierbu. And somehow we're into a 3-on-3. The bomb is all the way back there on the stairwell. Kierbu picking up yet another kill. Now it's a 2-on-3. Astralis, I don't know how they've got into this situation, but they actually have the man lead.
Some errors, key errors. They're walking out into the open one after another. Virtus.pro, what is this? Pasha, you have to clutch this for your team. You have to make up for these mistakes, because otherwise Astralis have got a way back into this game, and Pasha's going to go walking right by. This is a disaster! He gets shot in the back! But with how low dupreeh was, you would think that would be an easy kill. You're into a 1v2, and Pasha's got everything he needs to clutch it.
I was just saying that we were seeing really almost no mistakes out of Virtus.pro, but you're right, that was a big one. They were way too active in that situation. I think they could have got away with that round too. 12-7, 20th round is coming up here. Max 7 on Snacks. Oh no.
Let's go. This is going to be it, but Astralis, they pick up the big round. The reason why Snacks with that shotgun up close, we'll see if he can make it work. Pasha's going to rush down Zip again, and Snacks holding Pop Dog with that with the swag rather. That shotgun up close is lethal, and it gives you so much money as well, which is why Snacks favors it. Device might begin to taste of it pretty soon here.
He's holding the angle. This is dangerous. If Device takes the shot, Snacks will be there to finish him almost immediately. Grenade goes down, there comes Snacks, and he gets the shot. It takes two, but that's absolutely perfect. Pasha goes down next, and it's a 2-on-3, but a massive health lead. 1-on-3 here. Dupree will pick up the kill, but how can he possibly do? He's got the bomb back here, but on 27 health. I don't see him making it out of this one. He's already made the first jump past, but they've got him backed up in here. How does he get out?
He's got a minute. That's how. He's got all the time to work with here. He just needs to play it carefully and basically hope that somebody's going to be looking the wrong way when he comes around the corner, but of course not. Snacks will hit the shot, holding the angle. And Virtus.pro up on 13 rounds now.
And this is so smart. They just aggressive push coming out. Sip is there alone, and Snacks playing, a huge off angle. But as soon as the grenade comes in, he's able to take out Device. Taz absolutely loving it. They know they're so close. It would require nothing short of a miracle for Astralis to bring this game back. They don't have the money. They seem to have run out of steam. It's just too much power on the VP side, and the crowd is loving it.
Yeah, there's Taz bumping him up. Taz getting him ready. And it is the Virtus plow at this point. This has really been their map at the end. Coming into this, you had to bank on Astralis. They had more experience in the map in the tournament. They should have had more time to refine their play, but VP just don't care. They're so focused on that trophy at this point.
Here we go. 27th round. Tech-9 armor. Maybe the early signs of desperation coming out here of Astralis. They know they can't give up any more rounds. They need to find that spark and that fire, and they need to bring it back right now and bring it to Virtus.pro. They fought their way here. They've certainly given them a run for the money, but now getting down to the wire. Neo over at Ivy, he sees the smoke, and he obviously knows that they're down there somewhere, but he's not going to overcommit to any kind of a fight right now.
Well, that deep smoke is definitely causing some confusion over here. That's frustrating for Astralis because they want to push through, but they know that's to their deaths, essentially, if somebody's holding with the AWP on the other side.
Roger that.
Or with the M4. Snacks is there, but he's focused on alley. Or he's focused on main, rather. It's Neo holding alley.
Roger.
And really, Astralis, as the time ticks down, it's a minute 10 left on this clock. They have not found any picks. They haven't really forced all of the key nades out of VP. Look at that, 5 incendiaries still up here for Virtus.pro to use to buy time. The lower this clock starts to tick down, Virtus.pro is just going to start throwing those into the choke points. It's going to be so difficult for Astralis to run onto the site.
50 seconds here. Now Astralis is going to put the grenades in, but this is a really well-known grenade pattern that Virtus.pro can recognize. Even in the air, they're going to make the call. We know what's happening. Here comes the A-Rush coming through. Device charging in with the Tech-9, leading the whole thing here, running right into the face of the alley, and they're going to be able to get that first kill. Now they need the bomb plant quick. 30 seconds left. Deal comes charging through, drops the bomb carrier, but he goes down. He can't continue this spree. He tries to get the transfer in there, and now they're going to get the bomb plant. Jerry trying to get that Tech down out in time, but Pasha's there. It's a 2-on-2 still. Can they make this one through? Astralis, it's now or never, and look at Dupree. He's risking everything here with the Tech-9. He gets the headshot, but Snacks going to be able to turn around. It's a 1-on-1, and Sip is right around the corner. Snacks, can he do it again?
I'm just guessing Zipnix is going to get that timing. He sees it, and now he can take all the time in the world because it's just ticking past. And Snacks, he finally catches just a glimpse of Zipnix, but Zipnix, he's playing this magnificently. And there's the clutch, point blank with the Tech-9. But more importantly, it was just Snacks running out of time. Zip, he doesn't even need to take the shots against you to win the round. Plays it down to a T. And a huge force buy win there for Astralis. 8 rounds on the board now. And I do believe that is Virtus.pro calling for the timeout.
And their money is a bit all over the place. 5,000 on Bialy, that's great. 6,000 on Snacks, but then we go down to 3,400 on Pasha, so bit questionable. I would say with this kind of a lead and given what a crazy game they've been playing, why force it? Just wait. You've got the buffer. Once you get into double AWP territory, which they can do if they save here, surely they can shut down Astralis at that point.
Absolutely. You can see he's just hunting there for stuff to pick up at the end. Zipnix on Kervy's screen. But this is it. You don't want to make any kind of mistakes. There's no reason to risk it. Just go ahead and hold an eco of your own. Astralis might pick up the round, but you go ahead and invest in some deagles here if you're Virtus.pro. You've got that CZ as well. Pasha's been getting kills with it all day long. You could probably count on him picking up one more if he's clever. So We'll see how this pans out. It is going the distance. All we can hope for here, not 30 rounds, overtime, please.
You're asking for a lot, Semler, and I bet there are quite a few VP fans out there saying, no thanks, we'll just take this one. Sip setting up for a smoke down towards Ivy. He already lost the battle once over here against him. He's got to make sure it doesn't happen again. Snacks looking for the Deagle 1 Deagle, but not going to happen. Instead, he gets taken out by Kerbian. Ready and waiting is Sip. Easy enough kill. So finally, almost feels like for the first time on train, something actually is working for Astralis here.
Very quick play, no respect. This is how you get that, well, you get that ball rolling for you if you're Astralis. Just charge in there and impose your will. It's Taz, last man alive, but just hoping that he can find somebody looking the wrong way. He's got that P250, and the bomb is only just now getting planted, so he's got a lot of time to ponder life. Not seeing a lot of talking happening over on Virtus.pro for now.
Taz is in the zone. You could see him almost sort of bobbing his head there. Just, he knows there's not much he could do here, but obviously if they try and escape through Ivy, maybe get a kill, maybe steal a rifle, bring it into the next round. Money is going to be the key thing that could decide this. If Astralis can make it back into this game, it will be because they just keep breaking VP's economy and make sure they don't save anything and make sure they just, I mean, play it flawlessly from here on out, basically.
It's just, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw the timeout being used in the next round here for Virtus.pro, but they only have one of them left. They only have one of them left, so they have to be very careful about when that's going to go in. Taz, no joy for him, doesn't find anybody in the end, and so the round is a wash, and Astralis are one round closer to tying it up. 13-9, VP still in the lead, but Astralis now with the edge. They've got the economy, and it's Virtus.pro having to spend everything here in this round, putting it all on the line.
I wondered if they would go for the double ult, but they're not going to do it. Just a single one there on Snacks against Device on the other team. 13-9. Hear the crowd. A lot of Virtus.pro fans here at the Fox Theater tonight. 23rd round in. A lot of grenades on the Astralis side. Virtus.pro with a very default setup again. It's crazy that they haven't tried for anything else, you know. Where are the aggressive pushes coming out? That at Ivy, a quick trade there, Kirby for Bialy. And again, it's the Danes trying to rush this A bomb site. It's been working a couple of rounds, but see if Virtus.pro figured out the way to stop it. Pasha is down and out of the round in the smoke, hiding is Neo. How is he still alive in here? Not for much longer, and they're just gonna sweep the whole bomb site and leave Taz on his own in a 1-on-4 here. Astralis slowly creeping back in the game.
That hiccup, that bait, it's almost like you're going into a retake. 1 minute left here, and Taz will find one kill on Dupree. Glaive is dangerously low, so he needs to be careful about this, but now that they have the info as to where Taz is playing from, they already have Zipnix out on the B site. He can hold that rotation and allow for that bomb to rotate over towards the B site and get that bomb plant there. So the main thing here is that stumble and that stride from Astralis almost, right? They're getting all the smokes in there, they're getting that opening kill, and they still have the patience to pause and wait and allow for Neo, allow for other players on VP to try and make the play to save the round, and they're there to punish it. And so their lives just keep getting easier, one kill after another. Astralis have now found their way to 10 rounds.
Everybody on Astralis are actually starting to get into this game here. Device, he's still at the bottom of the scoreboard with 10 kills, but it's slowly happening for him. Glaive, Sip, they're up there. Kirby and Dupree are the main carries right now on the Danish side. And again, Virtus.pro, minimal investment into this round. They need to just keep their focus here. No reason to panic yet. They've still got the buffer going on. They don't really have to worry that much. A great shot from Sip. Take the kill on Bialy there, but again, just pure focus out of VP.
That was almost like him passing the toll gate, you know? Just chuck that quarter out of his window, casual-like, just picks the headshot up on Bialy as if it was yeah, you do that, no problem. Kirby catches Snacks trying to go aggro. That's a setup. It's a bait setup from Astralis designed for that purpose. And Pasha, he's trying to do it, but Device, 2 kills for him with the AWP. Taz up close, though. We'll catch the bomb carrier. That's awkward. But they have so many players alive here, and the nades as well. It shouldn't be possible for Taz to battle his way out, and it will not be. Zipnix collects the kill, and it's 11 rounds on the board now for Astralis. Going into the 25th round, Anders, and again, Virtus.pro. Just enough for the bye. That's it.
4 rounds in a row is what they've won here. Not out of the woods yet, but certainly Everyone is paying attention now. This can really happen for them. 25 kills on Taz. It's so crazy that he's top fragging in this game right now.
This would be the true test for Astralis, and the true demonstration that, yes, they are world beaters. If your superstar device isn't carrying the team, and yet you are still making it this close, it speaks to the depth in the roster here. That you can always fall back on other players. Kirby stepping up, Zipnix, even Dupree. This is looking so good here for Astralis. They're 2 rounds away from tying it up, and they actually make it happen.
Roger that.
They've gone a lot of A, and it's been very quick with a lot of grenades, but you can tell on the minimap that's not what's on the table right now. Pasha and Taz, they are inside of the bomb site, but both of them are in positions where they could very likely get grenaded out. Taz here, it's going to be hard. There's probably going to be a smoke landing between those 2 players. Once the attack goes through, that's very likely. Grenade not doing too much, so I don't think they can easily back each other up. Here comes the push going in. Pasha looking, ready and waiting for it. They're coming up the sidewalk, in fact, and they're trying to see if they can push all the way in before they actually go into the bomb site. Pasha goes down. Glaive with a nice headshot. Taz fighting. He needs to get this kill. He has to get it. He takes down Zip, but he can't get the follow-up. And Bialy able to close that Kierbu. Still a 3-on-3. A nice shot coming out of the AWP here. The bomb is planted. Where is the retake, Virtus.pro?
There's the shot. The patience pays off for Device. Baits the flash and gets the kill, and now it's a man advantage for Astralis going into the hold with the high ground control as well. Dupree, all he has to do is stay alive at this point, and he is the guarantee. He's the insurance policy here for Astralis, and we'll see if it pays off, because it's only Snacks alive now. 1v2, no kit, and a Molotov merrily burning away on the bomb. He's not going to make this happen. There's no way. He's going to have to back off and hold on to his gun, and Astralis, they're going to get up onto 12 rounds.
2 massive kills coming in from Device in that round. It's very, very important. Snacks looking to run in and try and see if he can maybe save a rifle or, an AWP or something maybe on the ground. Hoping that something would have been there. 13-12, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting very close right now. We see the first one for us, the second one for Device there. Making sure they win it. He looks like he's got a little, gleam in his eye. Like finally he's actually starting to wake up here.
Yeah, the things are starting to come together. Good to see that they didn't catch Taz napping either. So it's a lot on him to catch that kill on Zipnix. Taz to allow for the rotate and to allow for it to get that close. He hasn't had a whole lot of action over on B, Taz. It's got to be frustrating, but there's Bialy, long range with the CZ. Wins the duel versus Kirby.
Bit of a heart-stopping moment for Astralis. Now they need to keep the focus right now. They've only lost 1 player, and they got to make sure they don't completely panic. Going for the retake of the rifle there. Bialy going to be able to pick it up. That's very important. Strong round for him already. And Virtus.pro. Default setup again for them, but you could almost tell that right now for Astralis, the world is standing still.
This is all about patience at this point from Astralis. They know they still have the edge. Seeing Bialy with the CZ, that's going to give them some of that info. And it's VP going for the half-buy so that they can really go for all the nades in the next round. But they've given themselves a fighting chance here. Now they have the 2 rifles. This is where it gets dangerous. Is it going to be back to B site? They've hardly gone B at all this half, Astralis.
The one thing is they're walking into a bomb site where the 2 CZ-75s are, but the M4 and the AK are on the other side of the map. Neo's quite far away, so his rotation time is going to be a bit longer. And now Bialy's shown up here. They are actually walking into a stack right now. 35 seconds, Astralis could be about to make a huge mistake in this game. Flashbang ready and waiting. The bomb up there. 25 seconds. They have to commit to it. They're going to go. And now it's being called. 20 seconds left. They need the bomb plant and they need it fast. Sip going to take down 1. Dupree with a kill attack. Coming in with a big double. Turning around. Bialy can't get it. And now it's all on Sip. 14 seconds. He's out in the open. And with the flank coming in, it is going to be Snacks with a kill instead. The triple. That puts Virtus.pro on 14 rounds. They just slowly choked them out of that round. And even if he could have tried for the bomb plant, Neo would have been there.
And all hail Neo, the hero. Because he's pushed all the way through to T-spawn. He knows that nobody's coming to A site. That allows for Snacks to rotate over and for him to get that key double spray as they're coming down the lower ramp. Neo is the hero that VP deserve at this point. 14-12. We're going the distance, Anders. This is wild.
And Snacks is out of control in this grand finals. Has been this whole tournament. A couple more. And they've got it. AWP on device looks like it's going to be fairly quick here. Astralis running in for the fire and taking considerable damage. Taz going to get the spray down on the pre. That's the start, but Kirby begins the refrag, and the game is on again. Sip, though, takes Pasha after getting legged from that big sniper rifle. Can they get this work? Glaive is actually going to make sure and stop Snacks from rotating in behind, and now Virtus.pro have to run. It'll be a 13th round for Astralis. The game continues.
Unbelievable, and this shatters the economy for Virtus.pro as well. They're back to the starting point. After taking so many rounds in a row, they finally get one on the board, VP, only to get hard reset. And yes, Astralis, go out, hunt those guns, find where they're saving them. So if you can take these two rifles away from VP, it's going to look dire for the Polish team. Neo and Bialy trying to watch each other's backs at this point, and Neo going to get crouched in on, wins the duel versus Zipnex, but now they know what's going on. Glaives, can he find him in time? Neo just crouching behind the angle, and there's one, there's two! No saving it! This is Astralis' turf!
That is so big. No rifles. There's a huge bang on Snacks, but that's pretty much all they have. So if they'd saved those rifles, maybe that could have been a crazy force-up. Snacks could have dropped for 2. They could have had 4 rifles going into the next round just with that save. So that's what a big difference it is. 14-13. Somehow Astralis is still in this game and still keeping this grand finals alive.
And do we see more B hits out of Astralis at this point? Because so far, they've waited until the second half of this half to actually start rotating over here. And again, look at this early aggressive, just charging into Taz, bodying him. And Zip is going to get caught out in the open. Bialy will find 1 kill, but still, everybody getting a piece of the action for Astralis here. Leaves Snacks and Neo alone. And Astralis, they do not want to let up the pressure. This is all about just rocking BP as hard as they can.
They just rush into the site. They no longer care. They've rediscovered the mojo, and now they're certainly ready for it. Snatch is trapped in the CT spawn again.
Whoop! Get out!
Gonna try and gun for it, but Kirby will take him down. A quad kill here. He has been doing an unbelievable job. He's got 25 kills. He's just a little bit too behind Taz, in fact, at 27. 14-14, the game is tied up.
So, Christmas came about a month late, but that's all good.
It was
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with this.
It was worth the wait.
And there it is, the last timeout at VP's disposal. They've got 0 remaining. Whatever you need to talk about, boys, now is the time. Sitting side by side. All right.
Yeah, we've got strong representation here at the Fox Theatre from both sides of the aisle. The Astralis and VP fans well represented here tonight. And the chance of coming back into it as well. The round is going to resume. We are nearing the very end. The 29th round is coming up here. Virtus.pro. Can they find the one answer, the last piece of the puzzle they need to close this game out and win the second championship? Or is it going to be Astralis? Shot comes through on Snacks and it almost brings him down. Dupree off by Evox. Oh, the Molotov coming in. Dupree nearly getting the spray. Bialy going to go down anyway, and there's Neo dropping next. Pasha and Taz are left. It's a 2-on-4. Astralis, they're bringing it back.
Unbelievable for Glaive to actually go for this call. And you can see Cuban knows it. He's clenching his fists in frustration to go for that kind of play, to throw it all on one round, a rush onto A. VP definitely did not expect that. The bravery it takes to make that kind of aggro play when everything is on the line here. What faith Astralis have in their in-game leader Glaive to respect that call and to say, right, you want us to run into the, we're going in.
I'm almost speechless. This is too good of a storyline right now. Did not think that was going to happen after the first half at all. Device tries to chase down Pasha. They know these guns are really important for VTB to get them out of the hands of Taz and Pasha. Nearly won. There's Sip with the kill. Can they find Pasha? They will. Kerbu getting the kill. 15-14. Match, map, and tournament point for Astralis. It's been said time and again, Semler, but Danish Counter-Strike is one hell of a drug.
Yes. This is incredible. Virtus.pro to have such a phenomenal first half. And they still be fighting, but that's right, one more round. The first half was Virtus.pro's. The second half has been all about Astralis. This is incredible. Are we going to see it? Are Astralis going to break the curse? Are they going to win their first major, the first time they're in the finals? And their first title, we'll find out because the action's on and Gabby opens it up, takes down BO3 already.
Here's the start, 4 more kills, and they will have made it the full distance. Snax in a uncomfortable position. He goes down with the max 7, he can't make it happen. Finally, Pasha coming in with a refrag, but he's down. The bomb has been picked up by Dupree. They get the spray, Neil takes one, and Towns is there. And Astralis, they win the first major championship, 16-14 against Virtus.pro. Unbelievable.